With Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez trial starting over an altercation that took place 2 years ago after attending a pool party at Kylie Jenner's place, Megan has become extremely disappointed with the people that haven't taken her side. However, not everyone has decided to make fun of Megan, and some celebrities have actually chosen to take the star's side. And just like Baby Tate, a lot of us are done with Tory Lanez. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 celebrities who have defended Megan Thee Stallion. So do you support Megan Thee Stallion? And let us know in the comments below. Coming in at number 10 today, we have Cardi B. Megan and Cardi's relationship is as strong as WAP, so when Cardi came out to defend Megan against all the trolls and celebrities, we all had to give her a round of applause. When Cardi posted a video saying this week should have been essentially a happy week, not only for her but for Megan as well, with everything going on, Cardi would remind us that nothing about this week ended up being happy whatsoever. With Cardi also reminding us that Megan doesn't have a mom or a dad, she would also say that Megan has legit nobody to cry to. So with Megan being a superstar, this should have been a happy week for her. However, instead people have flooded to the internet to harass her by calling her a liar. And with the severity of the conflict between Megan and Tory Lanez, Cardi would ask the ultimate question on why would anybody lie about being shot, especially since a helicopter wouldn't be out at 1 a.m. in the morning if that wasn't the case. Cardi would also go on to say LA police don't care if people are arguing in their car, but if they hear shots, they will get the helicopter to investigate what's going on. Cardi would then state it was sad to see that people even came out to harass Megan to the point that she had to come out to speak. On top of the video, Cardi B would also repost a photo on Twitter with a caption that said, "We stand with Megan." Tory Lanez definitely wasn't happy about Cardi B standing up for Megan, as he would then write a song called Cap where he would try to drag Cardi B and Offset in it. At number 9, we have Janelle Monae. Now, Megan has been receiving a lot of online support from fellow celebrities, especially from Janelle. On July 27, 2020, Janelle would head over to Twitter to make 2 tweets over the situation. In the first tweet, she would say, "Over here livid thinking about the amount of jokes made, memes made, and silence around violence verbally and physically against black women. Sending love to you, Meg. This is heavy. I am so sorry you have to deal with this." In her second post, she would then say, "Megan Thee Stallion, take all the time you need for yourself. Praying for your deep healing. Again, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this privately and publicly." Not only would Janelle come to defend Megan on Twitter, however, she would also tell Jamil Hill on her podcast that she felt sick to her stomach while watching Megan Thee Stallion defend herself online and painfully open up about the altercation that happened between her and Tory Lanez. Janelle would also say, "I'm sick to my stomach around the victim blaming that was going around Meg Thee Stallion, and she is strong, but she shouldn't have to go through that. She shouldn't have to prove to people who thought she was lying." And number 8, we have Ethel Cain. Back in November, Ethel Cain would take to her Twitter to say, "I ride for Megan Thee Stallion. I don't give an F." We also really need to give it to Ethel when she went after Drake for his Circo Loco comment. When Drake decided to hint that Megan's story was a lie, he would also say she was untalented, and even though that she went to school and graduated, she still didn't learn enough. I think we were all pretty disappointed in Drake for this one because it was totally uncalled for. While we all had enough of Drake's line in the song, Ethel would even head to her Instagram to drag Drake in her story by saying, "Champagne Poppy, speak on Megan again, I will rally the Amish." Ethel's comment would then be shared by millions of fans who were thankful she stood up for Megan the way she did. With the industry failing to protect Megan, the media and celebrities have come out with all these different narratives, so it's nice to see that Ethel wasn't too scared to call out Drake for spreading misinformation like everyone else was. Also, Drake needs to issue Megan an apology ASAP. Number 7, we have JoJo. After Megan decided she would come out and speak about the incident, after the media and internet ridiculed her for days, JoJo would take to her Twitter to support Megan by saying, "Meg, I love you so much. You are so mother effing strong, talented, and inspiring. I started to cry when you spoke about being 25 and not having either of your parents. You are not alone. We love you. Sending you infinite love and respect." Also, in support of Megan, JoJo would also drop a deluxe version of her Good to Know album to leave Tory Tory Lanez as a collaborator out. The singer and rapper initially collaborated on the song Comeback with 30 Rock, which was supposed to be released back in 2020, but following Megan's allegations, JoJo would confirm that Tory would not be on her released album. The confirmation would come after a fan tweeted, "Hey JoJo, can we take Tory off your album in support of this beautiful, smart, talented black woman, Megan Thee Stallion? I love you." And another fan would tweet, "I heard he's not gonna be on the deluxe version of the album," and JoJo would even repost that tweet and say, "Definitely took him off." And number 6, Bun B. For the longest time, Bun B tried to be so impartial and cool about the situation, but he finally had enough and said F Tory Lanez. Bun would go on to say, "I'm from Houston, and if someone here did what he did to Megan, then everyone here, we would have to roll." Bun B would also acknowledge that Megan is out in LA by herself and she doesn't have a mom, she doesn't have a dad. All the people that she had that loved her unconditionally, looked after her, and would have protected her are no longer here. So as an OG in Houston, Bun B felt like he had to stand up for her. Knowing Tory and his manager, all Bun B could say is that Tory definitely needs rehab and therapy, and he couldn't just sit around and think that everybody else was gonna sit around and say nothing about his actions that caused harm to a beautiful woman. Bun B would also state, "At the time when a man hurts a woman, it's no longer love, it becomes obsession," and that Tory had no reason to do what he did to Megan. If she wanted to get out of his car, then she should have been able to get out of his car. Bun B would also say that Tory not being from New York, they should deport him back to Canada. After Bun B stood up for Megan, he would sit down in an interview with Hot New Hip Hop where he would share that he has no regrets in calling out Lanez and why he felt like it was necessary to publicly defend Megan. And number 5, we have Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper is a good guy, so when he posted a tweet in solidarity to Megan after the incident occurred in 2020, it made us all admire him because we could come to learn that he's actually this really sweet, caring guy. Now, Chance has a pretty large following, and for someone in the industry, he has a pretty powerful voice. While some celebrities were choosing not to get involved in the issue, Chance decided he wasn't going to let his powerful voice go to waste and that he was going to use his voice for good. Chance standing up for Megan had to be one of the most humble moments. When Chance took to his Twitter back in August of 2020, he would say, "I hope Megan really gets the justice for what Tory did to her and that we can all learn from this." Now, with how serious the threat level of lethal violence and abuse is for every black woman, Chance once again wasn't afraid to speak the truth, and that the fact that he chose to use his platform to speak up showed a lot of courage, as many men wouldn't even choose to stand beside Megan. So the fact that Chance took the time to defend her and to defend all black people and girls in the process was loyalty that we all love to see. And number 4, we have Kehlani. To stand in solidarity with Megan Thee Stallion, Kehlani even replaced Tory Lanez verse on her "It Was a Good Until It Wasn't" album with a verse of her own. After the incident between Megan and Tory happened, Kehlani would announce that she wasn't here for any of it and she would let the world know about her plans of removing the Canadian disgraced rapper verse from her sophomore album, "It Was Good Until It Wasn't." The two originally collaborated on a track called Can I, for which Kehlani later made a music video for and left Tory out. At the time, Kehlani said she would not remove his verse from the original version of it because the album singer came out months ago and it doesn't work like that. But the Oakland singer then changed her mind. Kehlani would even open up to why she made the decision to remove the rapper from her album in an interview with Chicago's WGCI radio station. In the interview, she would say, "As someone with a large platform, as someone that people look up to, as a woman that makes other women feel safe and empowered, people were asking me, are you going to keep someone on it who doesn't necessarily make us feel safe or empowered as a woman?" Kehlani would then say not only that, but the situation was involving someone that I was extremely close to, so I felt like I was on some loyalty things, and I had to do something right then and there to be responsible. Absolutely, I'm changing up the record. And number 3, we have Maxo Kream. While artists have continued to come forward in support for Megan, even rapper Maxo Kream would come out at the start of the incident to show his support, and he would even recall a time he had a run-in with Tory Lanez just days before the incident took place. In a video shared to Maxo Kream's Instagram, he would go on to say, "I wasn't going to speak on this until I saw people coming for Megan, talking about like she was 6'9" or something. 3 days before Megan got shot, I was in LA. I was at the hotel Tory Lanez was staying at, and we went even to the same local Jamaican restaurant. He noticed that Tory Lanez pulled up at the same restaurant restaurant shortly, and Tory was then pestered by his assistant to grab food, so he returned to the wrong car. When Tory opened Maxo Kream's car, when everybody gave him heck for it, he was just like, my bad bro, I didn't know where I was going. Maxo would then recall that when the men got up into his face, he had his tail between his legs, but when a woman does it, he doesn't react the same way, which doesn't add up. Maxo would then say that anyone in Texas that wasn't standing up for Megan wasn't it, and he would conclude his feelings on the situation by telling everybody to keep Megan's names out of their mouths. At number 2, we have Asian Doll. After Megan told Asian Doll the whole story, she was definitely not happy. So when she saw accounts on Twitter dragging Megan, saying that she wasn't telling the truth, she would say, you don't just shoot nobody for the hell of it. Asian Doll would even cut back by saying, B, she told the full story. That midget B did shoot her for no reason. Have you even met Tory? He has an attitude of a B. I think we were all screaming at the fact that Asian, when she stood up for Megan in the situation, she was constantly bringing Tory's height into it. It appears that Asian wasn't having it with any of the trolls after Megan on Twitter was being dragged by even more. One user even tweeted, Megan is an Aquarius, that sums up a lot of things she's done. And if you know anything about Aquarius, they lie their butts off. Asian would then come out to Megan's defense to say, friend, I don't think zodiac signs got nothing to do with a female literally being shot in the foot by a delete this. And coming at number 1 today, we have Keke Palmer. Now, Keke Palmer has had a lot to say about the incident that occurred in 2020. To start off, in a magazine, Keke would say, Black women are strong because they have to be. They're forced to be strong for situations like this. That doesn't mean that they want to be, or that they want to show their vulnerable side or get emotional. Being strong is a characteristic of a marginalized group, but that's not all they are. When speaking of strong women, Keke would also post a video where she showed her support to Megan. In the video, Keke would say, Tory's insensitive, narcissistic, toxic, and exploitive. In addition, she would also say, I want to just support Megan. Her for being strong, she shouldn't have to undercut herself for also being a victim. With Megan stating that she can't even be happy during her testimony, she would also state that she can't even hold a conversation with people a long time, and she doesn't even feel like she wants to be on this earth anymore. I hope celebrities like Keke, Cardi, and other celebrities can come forward to continue to support Megan, as she shouldn't be feeling the way she's feeling. Well, that's all for this video, my little peaches. Until the next one, remember to stay juicy.